life I'm living, still gon' hold this shit down. Every day of my life, yeah, nigga chasing cheese. And I'm saying niggas should be around, they won't see you off your feet. My mama been doing bad, but I ain't going into that. I done picked that girl up when I caught my first package. I be damn, me and my people hurting for something for a day. That shit happened, the next man ain't getting nothing. Faded the root of evil, and that's my damn best friend. I put that on my life, ain't nobody gon' fuck with him. You try to jam it, yeah, that ass getting chalk. Trying to serve ain't got no business on my block, I bet you're getting chalk. Now either way you try to fuck with my boss, don't believe that ass getting chalk. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burn it G, all by this bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread, all by my bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread, all by my bread. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burn it G, all by this bread. Now bitch, I'm all about my bread, all by my bread. Now bitch, I'm all about my bread, all by my bread. Now bitch, I'm back in the mix. Them flaky niggas better stand down. Came home, got me some yam, I'm the man now. Niggas, some bitches all from my face, I ain't know who it is. Everybody up from my mix like I'm a hero and shit. Fall back, I'll buy a brick. Right now I'm on a mission, I'm giving you 2 for 20. Got grams going for 50. Putting that in my pockets, the nigga you bullshitting. What the fuck you ain't listen? I done told you I got to get. Nobody depending on me, so it's all mine. I ain't stressing out by myself, that's how it going down. My mama fighting her little dicks and she gon' be alright. Before I ever tweaking and begging, I put something up on the pipe. It's a little fraction of my life, still all in for a lick. Lurking for fatty, looking for niggas to tone mix. Start to lurking if I'm hurting, different side come out. That flip shit, up the Jacob, Mr. High come out. Gonna be, you know how I played it all. That nigga burn it G.
What it is, what it do. Welcome to the PBC. It's your boy PBK9's giving it to you like I always do, man. We got some dog news today. We're gonna get into that dog talk. You know what I'm saying? One thing I always say, I'm on them black dogs' ass still. You know, I'ma say it like this. Y'all brothers, a lot of y'all brothers with them Eli dogs, y'all ain't built like we built with these Red Boy Jocko dogs. You're curring out, you're running, you're hiding, you're mad, you're pissed off. You get mad when I talk about Tom Garner and start acting like bitches. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't built the same. Y'all ain't got that drive in you. See, we're gonna talk about this. Game dogs. Why these brothers got 20 and 30 game dogs and you only expect to have one good dog on the yard. Man, what the F is y'all breeding out here? You know what I'm saying? What is y'all breeding out here, man? You know, we're gonna talk about Yellow versus Jeep. Who really is the best producer of all times? You know what I'm saying? And what mark did they make? You know, but at the end of the day, and I'm gonna show y'all some of the old balls and a little bit of Eli, I want to say in it, a little bit of balls in it, a little bit of Red Boy Jocko in it, but it's some of my old dogs that I had a while back. You know, so we're gonna get into that as well. But let me get into this news first, where Springfield man is back in court for dog fighting.
Man charged in a dog fighting investigation is back in court today. Silenzio Anderson is facing multiple counts of animal cruelty charges. He was arrested in January after the investigation led police to his home. Authorities removed 15 dogs from his property, many of which had visible scars and wounds. 3 partially burned dogs were also found inside of a barrel. Anderson was granted pretrial release, but that was revoked following his grand jury indictment in February, and he has also been ordered to pay an $8,000 fine. His trial is set to begin on August 24th.
Yeah. All right. Now, Street Rossi say, PBK, who came first, the Eli dogs or the Red Boy dogs? The Eli dogs came first. Eli was born in the 70s. Who came the hardest? Ask me who came the hardest, Street Rossi. The Red Boy dog came the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Red Boy dogs came the hardest. That's why they be I tell you, they like Cowboy fans, but they ain't got the heart the Cowboy fans got, man. These Eli brothers they be soft as hell when it come to talking about these dogs, man. They be crying and running and acting like hoes, man, when it come to these dogs. You wouldn't stand in the box and talk shit to me in the golden days. A lot of these Eli brothers, man. Them the ones that shooting up the boxes and all type of shit like that. And bringing the guns and shooting people at the boxes and all kind of shit. Them Eli brothers, because they feminine acting. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Not all of them, just some of them. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. You know, I got my own dog credentials, and I can stand on my motherfucking own out here when it come to these damn dogs. You know, and I got proof that I had the damn dogs back in the damn days. I ain't just talking about the shit. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, I can go on all levels. I can go on box level. I can go on training level, whatever level you want to get on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one-sided. I ain't stuck in the corner. You know, it just is what it is, man. Fuck them black dogs. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. Give it to you how I live it. You know, they're 45 minute, all of them not 45-minute dogs. Just some of them, you know. Legendary 5200 say Jeep, and it's not a discussion or debate. Well, I mean, you can feel that way. You can feel that way, but the way these brothers be dick riding Mayday, I can't tell it. I can't tell how they dick riding Mayday. Like Mayday the best in the world. How Mayday gonna be the best in the world, legendary, when he was produced by Yellow? The topic of the conversation. You see, if you was in the game, not saying you wasn't, you know, because you could have been in the game before me. But at one point, Yellow was the top of the rum list. Guy coasting, what's going on? Happy birthday again, big dog. Happy birthday again. Now we're gonna talk about that legendary Jeep or Yellow, and it's my opinion and your opinion as well. You know, and I respect your opinion for saying Jeep, and it's no discussion, not a discussion or debate. You know, he is part of the fabric of 50 generations removed. I don't know that kind of talk. I don't know that kind of talk, legendary. I don't know. I know the talk what you said, Jeep, and it's not a discussion or debate. All that he part of the fabric of 50. I don't know that type of shit. We put the proof in the pudding on this show. We pulling up dogs. We all know dogs that Jeep produce. You know what I'm saying? We all know dogs Jeep produce. We know dogs Yellow produce. All that 50 generations in the fabric, I don't know what the fuck that shit mean. You know what I'm saying? That's for them young boys, and that shit sound good for them young boys. And them young boys hear that type of shit and they go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the golden era, big dog. You know, what the fuck Jeep produced and what the fuck Yellow produced. That's what we're going to talk about. You know, and we know all of them what they produced. And we ain't talking about what Jeep Sons produced. We talking about what he produced and what Yellow produced. I ain't talking about what Mayday produced, but I'm going to talk about Mayday's reputation like I'm going to talk about Jeep Sons' reputation. You know, who would you consider legendary? Who would you consider the best son of Jeep? Who would you consider the best son of Jeep? And we ain't talking about who got the most champions. We talking about who made the biggest impact. You know, brother asked me earlier, Street Rossi asked me a few minutes ago, who came first, Eli and Red Boy? Everybody know Eli came, but who made the biggest impact? I can go against Eli dogs with a damn dog pound dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can go get some shit that don't got no. I can go get a mixed breed damn dog and battle with an Eli dog. Shit, I'm just gonna give you the real, man. These motherfuckers get mad. When I give you the truth, when I gave the documentary with Tom Garner, it wasn't nothing I said about Garner, period. I just let you hear what folks was saying in Europe. These motherfuckers be getting mad and talking about this and talking about that and making up all kind of shit and calling me names. And man, this here, man, y'all sit y'all bitch ass down somewhere and go try to get them black dogs game, get their gameness up in them. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. They get mad and I talk about the black dogs. I ain't talking about all black ones, just the Eli ones. You know, salute to my brothers out there, the real bulldoggers that got Eli dogs that don't get mad when I talk shit about them. You know? A urban tactician, urban tactical asylum. Say, can I break down the Rocco's Rock on pair. Yeah. Edward say Floyd made the biggest impact. Edward just trying to get me started, man. Now I'm gonna respect Mr. Floyd Boudreaux in the game, but I mean his dogs didn't make the biggest impact, man. He been in the game for 70 damn years, and his dogs still didn't make the biggest impact, you know. But if I want to be respectful, you know what I'm saying? He's a hellified dog man. You know what I'm saying? He's a hellified dog man. But if you want reality, none of his dogs change history in the dog game. What y'all say, G for Eli? G ain't got enough Eli in him to call him shit with a damn Eli. You know? Oh, you talking about the Floyd son of Jeep. Okay. All right, Edward. I got you, big dog. All right, you say Floyd. Floyd the best son of Jeep. We're going to pull the pedigrees up in a few minutes. We about to pull the pedigrees up. And don't let me forget about that pedigree. Urban Technical Asylum from Champion Rockers. Rock on. Don't let me forget that paired as well. Let me show you a couple dogs that I want to show you the pairs to the dogs. You know, since if these folk don't believe I had black dogs, you know, that's one I had right there. That's one I had. Hellified little pup. He probably about damn 6, 7 months old on that picture. Coming down off that Smitty Sonny James stuff, that Abraham Bull and Buck stuff, and I'm about to pull up the pedigree, Honey Bunch, Dirty Mary, all that shit up in there. I'm gonna pull the pedigree up for you. You know what I'm saying? Because these brothers will be like, oh, he never had this. And man, I had all them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. They go, no, that's his sister. That's his little mate's sister. Some of my black dogs that I had. Now let me pull up the pedigrees for these dogs. You know, it is what it is, my brother. Let me take that off. Let me pull up this pedigree so we can get into this pedigree searching. You know what I'm saying? I can't help y'all brothers. Y'all brothers don't got a mouthpiece and stand up for y'all dogs. These brothers talking about they got 20 and 30 dogs on the yard and only got one good dog. Man, what the fuck? Like I say, what in the fuck is y'all breeding? Stop lying to these folk out here like you only gonna get one good dog off of 20, man. Yeah, when you're breeding bullshit, you gonna get one good dog off of 20. That's what you call luck. We ain't breeding for luck on this side of town. All right. Now, this the stuff that black dog's coming down off of. That Smitty Sonny James, we're gonna go to 4th generation. Smitty Spade coming down off the STP Buck, Abraham's Bull, Milkman's Hitman, Abraham's Bull in the 4th, Queen of Hearts in the 4th, Queen of Hearts in the 3rd, Thrift Bobby Jr., Balls Ready in the 4th, Geno's Poison coming down off of Bobby Thrift Jr., that's Bull Boy Bob stuff, Queen of Hearts, bred of that Mr. Rogers dog, Balls Peaches, got a little bit of Grand Champion Yellow, got a little bit of Red Boy Jocko in there coming down through the Gaines Jr. dog. That's just off of one dog, the Spade dog in the pedigree. All right. And then we go down to Orphan Girl. Now this is the pedigree of the dogs that I was showing you. The black dogs. You got your hardcore Bozak, Hell on Earth Cock Diesel, STP Black Pass Mania in the 4th generation. Singletaries Sugarfoot. That's your handicap stuff. You know, they go your handicap dogs. Hardcore Breaker. Got Bozak again in the 4th generation. Got Termite in the 4th generation. And you got the Gabriel dog in the 3rd generation. That's them black dogs that I'm showing y'all brothers to start the show off with. You know? So we go down that Spade. We just looked at Spade. Let's look at Ramsey. Boyle's Jasmine. Boyle's Pogo. That's Jasmine mother. Woodall's Weird Jack. Crenshaw's Blackjack. Hardcore's Milo. Hardcore Kennel Red Man. Another black Tasmanian dog in the fourth. White Tab in the fourth. A little bit of everything in them black dogs. That's what I call scatterbread. You know, a little bit of everything. Hardcore Kennels Pepsi. Let's go down to Southern Kennels, Southern Bravehearts Kennels Clamp. Clamp dog coming down off of Barracuda. Gaston's Heartbreak Jr. Gaston Shy Baby. Gaston's Pasty. Gaston Sugar. Southern Kennel Dragon Lady. Bred to Mayday, got Lady Dragon. That's a brother and sister breeding. Ratliff Buckets down in the very bottom of the fourth. Nasty Boys Capone. I'm in the fourth generation of them black puppies that I just showed you. That's a whole lot of yellow there. A whole lot of yellow. I ain't gonna go no further. That's the Spade dog we just looked at from the very top. Ramsey again. Big Ben, that's Red Boy Jocko stuff right there, coming down off the Cruise Rocky. We just looked at that the other night, coming down off the Cruise Rocky stuff. Wolf's Pandora. And this right here, some Welcome On stuff in the red right here at the bottom. But that's how that stuff bred, man. Now, the brother told me to look up Rockers Champion. What did he say? What was it, bro? Let me look, see what you said to look up. Rockers Champion. Yeah, Edward, that thing, that's scatterbread, big dog. I'm trying to see what, okay, Rock On, that's what he said, Rock On. Rocco on pairs across. All right, let me. There we go. Raccoon is how you pronounce it, I guess. Raccoon, aka Midway. Rocker Stonewall. Abraham's Snake. Ramrod Tramp. Jeep Otis. A little bit of Niggerino right there coming down off the Kate's Cujo stuff. Got your Eli up here with the Bully Son, but really there ain't much Eli. Well, Honey Bunch rather. In Honey Bunch we talking about. Ain't that much Eli in the Honey Bunch. It's a little bit in there. Well, we got the Bully Son again right here. So that's two times. We're gonna make it a little bit stronger on the top side. The Eli in it a little bit stronger. Then you got the Niggerino, that's gonna bring your Eli stuff in it. The Red Boy. So let me see. You got the Gunner Dog, which is your Mayfield stuff on top and Rascal on the bottom. Rascal, a little bit of Rascal on top as well. So we see Rascal 3 times in this Gunner Dog. Once in the 3rd, 2 times in the 4th generation. All right, right here, the bully son, we know we got the Eli stuff. We got a quarter of Eli. Well, we got 50% Eli in that. Because he coming directly off Eli. You got 50% Eli and bully son. All right. Carver's Amber, La Passe Dubs, another bully son breeding. Finley Bow, gonna bring you your Kobe stuff. Honey Bunch gonna bring you a splash of Eli. About 25% Eli and Honey Bunch. Got your Red Boy, Tabby Girl, Red Boy Jeep, breaded. Well, Tabby Girl was Jeep. A Red Boy. She don't got no Jeep in her. She made the Jeep dog, which was the Tramp dog, which is White Tab brother. He looked like a pretty good bred dog, man. He looked like a pretty good bred dog. Small time kennel in the building. John Demery, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, he looked like a pretty good bred hound, man. You can go, if you was breeding this dog right now in modern day time, and you wanted to tighten up something in his pedigree and you had a female, you can go with the Red Boy, because they got your Red Boy Jeep. You can go with your Eli stuff. Let me check out these Frio Boys Wise Guy dog right here and see what this got in it. I always tell you, you got to look at the whole pedigree. That's more Eli stuff coming through the niggerino on the top side. Eli on the bottom, Eli Jr. bully son. So we got about the first 75% of this dog has got Eli dogs in it. Eli, Crunchfield Art, Eli Jr., I meant to say. Eli again. So we got a bunch of Eli on the first half, and then 25% of the bottom half. And then it switches to the Hansel stuff. That's the Frio Boy dog, which is at the very bottom of the 4th generation. Athens Adder. That look like a niggerino dog. I just look at her and tell she look like a niggerino dog. All right. Eli. I call that an Eli dog. Stompanado on the very bottom. Jackson's Boogie Woogie. More Eli. Yeah, with a little bit of Carver on that, but it's the Eli still going to predominantly take over in this particular. See this dog right here. It'll take over on the top side, but on this these two pedigrees, Boogie Woogie is an Eli dog. Well, a lot of Eli in them rather. And this dog on the bottom is not an Eli dog. Thompson Stinker. It's not an Eli dog. But they got Crutchfield Art, which you know is an Eli dog, bred to another Eli. Well, 25% Eli dog. She's 25% Eli and the rest Kobe. And 2 of this Dabo. So she got a lot of that Eli blood in her. So this dog got Eli Jeep, Kobe stuff. Eli Jeep and Kobe. And Red Boy. And you call it however you want to call it. Big thanks for the $4.99 donation to the channel for Show Bucks in the building. Check out Princess of War. Who the camp that had that dog for Show Bucks? I might can just type in Princess of War and it might pull up. Alcors. War Pony. Marl Can't Dirty Mary. This goes back to what I always say, man. When you got famous dogs' names, that's why when you know these dogs' names, you don't need to name the dog the same fucking shit if it ain't coming off the same dogs. Now, if I see a dog named Dirty Mary, I'm expecting her to have, if it's a modern day dog, she should have Dirty Mary in the fucking pedigree. You know, this dog here ain't got no damn dirt. Let me check all the way back. Let me check. Hell no. This bitch ain't got no Dirty Mary in her. So when brothers 20 years down the line start looking at, oh, Dirty Mary, and then we start talking about Dirty Mary, the real Dirty Mary, then brothers get confused. Brothers got to stop that shit, dog. Be creative. Name your dog something and make a name for your shit. Morgan's Voodoo right here. That got Dirty Mary in it, but that ain't even the right fucking pedigree because we know how Voodoo bred. Voodoo all fucking Neros, not Nitro, Neros. Neros that Florida Outlaw had. This dog here is predominantly Mayday dog. Mayday 1, 2, 3, 4. Mayday son 5. Mayday son one time in the 3rd generation, one time in the 4th, and Mayday in the 4th generation 4 times. And his sister, his little mate sister in the pedigree where they made Lady Doll. Let's see what these dogs coming down off of. That's some more unknown shit. DGS, Frisco, Chinaman. All right, so we got Red Boy Jocko, Bolio, Chinaman. Through the Frisco to Chinaman, whichever one you want to use. Chinaman. Got the boiled stuff through the Voodoo dog. Andy Cap. Balls, Clyde the Undertaker. So we got Chinaman, Balls, Red Boy Jocko, Bolio. So that's 1. Chinaman, Balls 2. Red Boy Jocko, Bolio. That's really 4 bloodlines. With Mayday, Red Boy Jocko, Tombstone, Bolio, but they made Red Boy Jocko into 1, Tombstone, Bolio into 1. So we're going to count them as one each. So that'd be a cross. Red Boy Jocko cross the Tombstone, Bolio. So we're going to take the Chinaman, the Balls, or the handicap, or we're going to say the Balls, that's 2. Red Boy Jocko, that's 1, that's 3. Tombstone Bolio, that's 4. The Balls really go back to the Bolio, so that kind of knock that down a little bit. The Ball stuff go back to Bolio because Dirty Mary is down off Indian Bolio, one of Bolio's daughters. Let's see what this stuff Indian Mister coming down off of. I ain't sure if that's Indian Sunny or who. I'm guessing that's Indian Sunny. They coming down off the Bolio dog. Now I like this part of the pair just because it got so much of that Indian stuff in it. Well, I mean, I like the whole pair, but this is an interesting side of the pair, this bottom half right here with the Indian stuff. Something you don't really see a lot. And the Indian hunch right here. See who he coming off of. He got some Eli in him. Eli with some Bolio. This is the first pedigree I ever pull up for anybody that had that many dogs from Indian Sunny in it. That's the DG's Nutter dog. DG's Nutter dog that's in the 4th generation of that Princess of War pedigree. Yellow girl, you already know what that's coming down off of. Paul Johnson, big shout out to you, brother. Yes, sir, man. Big shout out to you. And Edward Bruno, thanks for dropping in tonight, man. Thanks for dropping in. The topic I wanted to talk about, who's the better producer, Yellow or Jeep? Jeep, the top of the rum list. Yellow have been at the top of the rum list in the past. Which dog's offspring made a bigger impact in the dog game? Which dog offspring is more relevant in modern day time? Now, I can't say no. I mean, both dogs are going to have relevant offspring. What I mean to say is, like, in modern day time, which one are you getting the better dog from as far as the offspring off these dogs that's producing the best dogs? You know, if you say white tab, you feel like you're getting better white tabs and dogs in 2026 than you getting whatever Mayday produce? Mayday dogs, or you feel like you're getting better tramp dogs than you getting Big John dogs, or you feel like you're getting better Floyd dogs than you getting Hardcore's Bozak dogs? That's line bred off the Bozak stuff. Jeep and Red Boy. I mean Jeep and Grand Champion Yellow. Ed would say back in the days, he would say Jeep, but in today's time, he would say Yellow. And I agree with you on that, Edward. I'll agree with you 100% because I had dogs coming directly off of the Jeep them back in the days, and it was different kind of dogs. When you talk about the Jeep dogs now, they ain't bringing that much tenacity. They ain't bringing that much bulldog to the table as they used to bring to the table back in the days. But it's going to be opinionated and you know, it's whatever you like, you know, because like I said about back in the days when brothers say, oh, nobody don't know him. The United States is big. The United States is still big. So when I say these dogs producing the best or these dogs, United States big, I'm only one person with an opinion. You got a lot of dog men out here. They got their opinions about different dogs, you know. So my opinion is only an opinion. Your opinion is only an opinion. We just 2 people or 3 people, 4 people, you know. But we're gonna have to take them. Some of them Eli brothers gonna have to start coming to a class. It's called learning how to stay out your feelings class. These motherfuckers get mad. You can't tell them the truth about the dogs. They quitters. They stop on top. They 45-minute dogs. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You tell me my red boy dogs ain't got no mouth, or they can't bite through a paper bag. I don't act like a bitch and be hiding and all kind of shit and running and all kind of shit. I stand up and speak for my damn dog. The dogs that I like, you know, shit. Street Rossi say, can I answer this? Why is it this process? I got anything wild like a wild animal. He tried to get it, but when it's another dog, he tried to play with it. He trying to get a wild animal, but he ain't trying to get a dog. What kind of dog is it? Is it impressive or is it a pit bull? And really, it don't matter. You know, he probably played with dogs throughout his life. He's not dog aggressive. He may be animal aggressive, like he chased squirrels or he chased whatever kind of animal he see in the woods. He know that's not a dog. You know, he's just not dog aggressive. He's not dog aggressive. Daryl Hughes, big shout out to you, brother. Big shout out to you. You know. Yes, sir, man. And let me explain a little bit about training real quick to some of my brothers out there across the country. You know, when you see these brothers selling these dogs for $100,000, $150,000, whether it's a Malinois, Pitbull, German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, Rottweiler, those aren't no damn. Them ain't the kind of dogs you can just send $500 and think you can get I tell you, a lot of people you see on Facebook doing these videos with this bite work, that's all the dog know how to do, bite and sleeve. You know, if you want a dog to bite a sleeve, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? But when they talk about real training and you talk about $100,000 dogs and stuff like that, it takes levels to reach that. When you talk about selling a dog for $100,000, you're not just gonna train no dog in no 1 month time and gonna sell it for no $100,000. It's gonna take months, years for you to reach that level. You know, your dog gotta have titles in these different events where they learn in this level. They learn this in this level, this in this level. You gonna put in some work. This thing, you know, see, and this is something I learned about a lot of protection brothers who want training in different things. You know, y'all want to pay $1,500. You don't even want to pay $2,000 to get your dog trained. You know what I'm saying? You want to pay $1,500, $1,000 and think you're gonna get a protection dog. You know, and a dog that bites is not a protection dog. That's a dog that bites. You see, you talking about $100,000 dog. He know how to do everything, plus tricks. This dog can do tricks. This dog can do protection work. He know how to escort you out the yard, in the yard. He know how to do it all. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a good between $50,000 to $75,000 worth of training in the damn dog. You ain't got to pay me, but in order to get a dog that's trained like that, you're going to pay somebody. You know? James Nelson, what's going on? Big Vance, what's going on? What's going on? Street Rock say, I was trying to ask why isn't this Pressing Canary trying to get other dogs? But if this wild animal, he try to get it. He's just not dog aggressive, Street Rossi. He look at the dogs as his friend. You could take him hog hunting because he's not going to attack the dogs. You know, that's no different than going hog hunting. The dogs that'll be out there, they're not trying to attack. Sometimes you get the ones that they attack each other, right? But then you pull them off. Once they see a hog, they okay. They're not going to try to attack each other no more. They're going after the hog. They understand that these animals are part of our species and these other animals aren't. You know, your dog just isn't dog aggressive. Just isn't dog aggressive, man. I'll drop the link down in the chat. Yeah, he just ain't dog aggressive. And with a Presa Canary, I mean, that's a good thing. You know, you don't want him dog aggressive. If you need him dog aggressive, only thing you need him dog aggressive for, if you need him to protect you, if a dog come and attack you. But with a Presa Canary, you don't need him dog aggressive. Not to do no training with him. You know, you see Presa Canaries with 3 and 4 Presa Canaries around each other. And you see pit bulls like that as well. You know what I'm saying? You see pit bulls like that as well, but for the most part, the average pit bull is dog aggressive. And like I said, you know, I've been hearing a lot of stuff out here in this game. If you got damn 20 dogs and you only got one good dog, then that means you need to get rid of all them son of a bitches, except for the one that you call good. You see, I told y'all, you know, what's the difference between a game dog and some dogs is game, but you can't reach that plateau because the dog man ain't shit. You gotta when you got a good dog, you gotta have a good dog man as well. You know what I'm saying? In order to reach them levels, you gotta have a man who know how to do a good exercise program on these dogs. You know, how do we know the dog is just that game? How do we know he ain't that game, but he got a man who know how to condition him, get him in the shape, and he's a smart dog. You know what I'm saying? So he know how to stay out of trouble. He know how to do what he got to do. But you got a man who know how to condition him, and he's gonna last 3 hours. Then you take that same dog and you sell him and give him to somebody who don't know how to handle that dog, and the dog won't go 45 minutes. Won't even go 30 minutes. Oh, dog all sick, dog all skinny, dog all weak. There's a big difference, dog. Y'all can't expect every dog to be the same way with different people, you know, and you can't expect everybody that you bump into that could bring the best out of these damn dogs. It's only chosen few out here, man, when it comes to that type of shit. Everybody wanna grab pit bulls, but everybody don't know how to handle pit bulls. You know, the same way you get in that square, everybody don't know how to make good handles. Everybody don't know how to handle them dogs, you know, literally handle them dogs. You get somebody else to be your handler, you know. Oh, you can bet 50,000 on them, but you won't want to handle your own dog. You want one of these other brothers that's more experienced to handle them because you just a gambler. You don't know what you're looking at. Only thing you know what you're looking at is when he crossed that line at the end and you won probably, and you can collect your dollars. You don't know, oh, grab your dog, lift him up off his back and put him back on his feet. And the referees, oh, I was trying to make a handle. I'm trying to make a handle. That's my excuse. I'm trying to make a handle. I got my dog back on his feet. So, you know, when I hear stories about these, like, I be wondering, man, what is y'all brothers breeding out here? But that's his job. That's just make it easier for somebody like me, man, and brothers across the country like me. And when the brothers tell you dogs, good dogs only come a dime a dozen, good dog men only come a dime a dozen. You can't find them everywhere. Same way they say, you find a good dog where you find them at, you find a good dog man where you find them at. You know, one don't come without the other. Somewhere or another, when you got a good dog, you know, he might have been winning, but somewhere or another you had to have a good dog man. Grand Champion Yellow Jeep. Let's look up this Grch Floyd dog. This is one of the dogs my man say was one of the best Jeep dogs. One of the best Jeep sons. Grch Floyd, 2-timer. Jeep all the way through. Crenshaw's oldest on the very bottom. The boys must have got mad because I told them Jeep wasn't an Eli dog. And look at that, Jeep in the 4th generation. Jeep still ain't a damn Eli dog. He don't even produce like a damn Eli dog. He produced better than a damn Eli dog. Or Eli him damn self. Eli himself ain't never produced a damn dog like damn Jeep. That was producing like Jeep. Now, Mr. Floyd, you know, respectable dog, man, and I can't do nothing but respect him. It's RIP to him, you know. He did his thing in his days. But would Eli survive in the 90s? Hell to the fuck no. If Eli was born in the 90s, his ass wouldn't have survived. Them dogs is a whole lot better than them damn Eli. Not Eli dogs, but Eli himself in the 90s. Then when Eli came in the 70s. Only selected few dog men had them dogs back in them days, 70s, 60s, 50s, compared to how they got them now, compared to how they had them in the 90s. Grch Floyd. He produced quite a few champions. And I've been hearing about that Floyd dog for a hell of a long time. He don't got no red boy in him. All Jeep and Honey Bunch. No red boy. Let me check out this ginger dog, Bill's Ginger. Yep, no red boy. And anytime you want to bring out Big John and want to talk about Big John because I'm talking shit about Eli, Big John would have killed motherfucking Eli in the box. Well, that would have been a no. You couldn't put Eli on Big John because Eli a 30-some pound dog and Big John a damn 50-some, 60-some pound dog. Match dog. Not chain weight. So that would have been, that's like talking shit that ain't reality. You know? Grch Floyd. Y'all think this is Jeep? Y'all think Grch Floyd is Jeep's best offspring? As far as production wise? I tell you what, some of y'all better change up your yard and get some different damn dogs. Cause y'all ain't getting y'all percentage is too damn low. Y'all dealing with luck, man. Shit, the pitbull game ain't built off luck all the time. Once you start dealing with a certain thing for a certain period of time, you see it ain't about no luck. I don't care what they tell you. Street Rossi say, have I ever seen one become a grand champion one more time and he lose after that? He lose after that, just still ain't got it in him no more. Man, listen here. Grand champions lose every day, B. You gotta know, like old song go, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Shit, some people just don't know when to stop. But somebody will stop you. The same way they talk about these brothers in the streets, you gonna run into a motherfucker bad as you. You know what I'm saying? Billy Badass. You wanna be Billy Badass, you gonna bump into somebody that gonna stop you. So, you know, yeah, brothers see that all the time, fam. Come a grand champion. It ain't that you ain't got it no more. It just, you get old, you age, you know what I'm saying? Things change, man. Yeah, you're not a grand champion after you lost. After you lost, you can't even make a grand champion title. You be an 8-time winner, 9-time winner, 10-time winner, but they don't call you a grand champion. That's only to the undefeated. Van said he think grand champion Sandman was one of the best Jeep dogs. Let me check out Sandman pair. Now Sandman is one we heard about, and Sandman had that damn hellified damn show with what else? STP Buck, ain't it? I want to say. Was that? Is that? Am I talking about the same dog? That'd have been Rebel Kennel Sandman. But he'll be a 5-time winner because he took a loss. And then Sandman not directly off Jeep though. We talking about like directly off Jeep. He coming down off the loop, dog. He got Sandman. Actuality, Sandman only got how much Jeep in him? About 25% Jeep in him. He got more rascal in him than he got Jeep. He got a lot of honey bunch in him though. We could say he got a good bit of the honey bunch blood, and he got a little bit of boomerang back there. We see right here, but we know we got honey bunch. Rascal Junior Mama is honey bunch. Got the rascal right here, rascal right there. Got Jeep one time right here. So, like I say, he's 25% Jeep. But that honey bunch will be doubling up pretty good the way it's bred. But that Sandman dog was a hellified dog. We know we all heard the stories of that Joker. He lost in 3 hours, so when like we always say, a 3-hour loss ain't that ain't nothing to walk away from with your head down. Only thing you mad about in a 3-hour loss, you lost your damn money. You still found out you had a bulldog. Yeah, I wouldn't call him a Jeep dog either. I'll say, I probably would mention Jeep when I say his pedigree or whatever, or whoever I'm explaining. I probably would mention Jeep, saying he got a quarter of Jeep in him, but he got that rascal stuff in him, a little heavier. Jeep rascal. I'll call him a Jeep rascal dog, or a rascal Jeep dog. But he got this dog right here, Hides Julie. Hides Julie is what, 50% boomerang. And that's rascal. That's that trans rascal in the back right there. Tudor Spite. Yeah, I don't know how other than saying he a rascal Jeep dog or a Jeep rascal, I don't really know how you call him other than scatterbred. Jeep, the rascal, the honey bunch. You call him a honey bunch dog? See what this hides Miss Georgia coming down off of. That's an Eli dog on the top, and Blind Billy on the bottom. Carver's Miss Spite. Yeah. Yeah, how would you, what bloodline would you say that dog is, brother? Looking at the pedigree, how would you call it if I asked you, like, you say you got Sandman, I want to breed to him. I was like, how he bred, man? How would you call that? To the brothers out there want to know, because hell, I want to know my damn self. You have to call out the percentages, quarter of Jeep, or a little bit of this, a little bit of Rascal, a good bit of Rascal, or, how would you call that? Jeep Rascal Carver dog. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would say, Jeep Rascal Carver. Yeah, because you got the Boomerang dog, ain't nothing but a Carver dog. Then you got the Miss Spike stuff back there. Black Shine back there, which is Rascal daddy. Yep. Let's see. He got a one. No, we know this is not all his offspring, but right here he got 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 champions up here. Well, 3 champions and 1 grand champion. Rebel Kennels Boss. Now this dog here, Rebel Kennels Boss, is a Jeep Rascal dog. Jeep Rascal and Carver, you can still say the Carver in there. But Jeep Rascal, predominantly Jeep Rascal, you got Jeep daughter bred back to Jeep, which gave you her bred back to Jeep, gave you Grch Bobby. So Grch Bobby is a what? 50% Jeep on the top, and another 50% coming out of the raised sugar. So that's Grch Bobby, probably about a 75% Jeep dog. And Finley Bow is 3 times in this Grch Bobby dog pedigree. In the first 3 generations, it is Grch Bobby dog. Finley Bow is. Finley Bow in the 3rd, and 2 times in the 4th, right here on the bottom. In actuality, this dog right here, Grch Yellow, is the litter mate, coming off the litter mate to Jeep Crenshaw's Kate. Crenshaw's Kate, which is Finley Bow daughter, bred back to Finley Bow to give you Grch Yellow. So this Grch Yellow dog is heavy Finley Bow. Then it bred back to Jeep to give you raised sugar. Then that dog bred back to Jeep to give you Grch Bobby. So this dog right here has got a lot of Jeep in it. Then we got Jeep on the top side of Sandman. A lot of Jeep, a good bit of Rascal, and some nice Carver dogs in the back there. Now, Edward say the best producing son of Jeep will be White Tab. Many people across this country will agree with you, brother, when you say that. White Tab. And many people, you may have people that disagree. It's always like that. White's Tab, one of the most famous producing dogs coming down off a champion Jeep. White Tab. Yeah, White Tab, old Jeep red boy. Jeep red boy. And we know this ain't all white. We know this ain't all White Tab offspring. See, this dog here is how I recognize the White Tab dogs. I can look at them in their face, and they got that certain look around their eyes. When I'm talking about the buckskin black mass or straight buckskin dogs. They got that certain look that I just automatically recognize it when I see them. I used to call it just straight tab when I see them, but then Garner started getting some dogs that kind of resemble with them breeders he was making had this look to it too. That ain't had no white tab in it, so it'll throw me off a little bit. But for the most part, this is that look that I recognized from back in the days, that white tab look. And this dog here is all white tab. Hangman. Rodriguez Gator coming off tab too as well. Yeah, white tab probably gonna be the most influential Jeep offspring for modern day time right now, because you got so much of that damn blackjack stuff, Rodriguez Gator stuff. Well, they say blackjack was coming off Casey, but needless to say, you got that Rodriguez Gator stuff and so much stuff, man. Now let's see who Blackjack Mama is supposed to be, right? They say he coming off Gator on the top, but then he off this dog right here on the bottom. Crenshaw's black girl. They ain't got no picture of her. We know she black. Got the Abernathy stuff and the Abernathy Bosco. Got the Rascal dogs and the Eli shit on the bottom side. So we got our black dogs right there. That's what make them black. Some people say he coming off Big Casey though, but I don't know. I only can go by what the peds say. I will say this though, in this particular picture, Blackjack kind of took more after the bottom half, the Eli half, as far as his look wise. He don't really look like the white tab. I'm talking structure wise. He don't look like the white tab dogs or Gator. He don't even look like Gator. Ken Lightning in the building. Josiah asked me when I'm gonna talk about Buck. It ain't for me to talk about, dog. The owners want to talk about them, they can talk about them. I don't talk about that type of stuff on my show. If they want to talk about them, they can come up here and talk about them. I didn't understand why brothers went on Facebook with that. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't understand it, dog. And then and folk wonder why, things happen the way they happen out here. Police taking and confiscating these and confiscating them and confiscating them. I let everybody pick their own poison. I got enough shit to talk about. I don't talk about all that other stuff that I don't know nothing about. And I'm gonna say I don't know nothing about it. Far as I know how he bred. I did a little write up. Had him in the book. Put him in the book I put out. But far as talking about him, shit, he just he ain't the first one. He ain't the last one. Brothers acting like he the best damn thing on the soil of the United States. I don't understand how you feel that way. He just the only one that y'all broadcasting and talking about. Other motherfuckers keeping their shit on the hush and shit. They ain't trying to do all that broadcasting. They 5 and 6 time winners every day, B. But yeah, man, his owners gotta come talk about him. I ain't the one to really do all that talking about him. And that's no disrespect to you, brother, at all. Because I believe he was a good dog. But, I just I just don't want to stir up nobody else coffee. I got my own to sip on over here. All I gotta say, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Vance say he got the grand champion Abbott off tab. Long's weirdo. Kyle Ward say Long's weirdo. Let me pull up the weirdo dog. Cause I've seen him in several pedigrees, but Long's weirdo coming down off Champion Jeep. You see him in a whole bunch. I know this ain't his offspring right here. I'm gonna see if another weirdo come up. You see him in a bunch of dogs pedigree in today's time. Long's weirdo. Damn, that's the only one they got up. Just that one. Yeah, he got more offspring than that. Good bred dog though, man. Good bred dog. Now it'd be nice to have a dog with white tab in it, a dog with weirdo in it, about 5 or 6 different Jeep dogs throughout your pedigree. That's a nice dog when you got something like that. Let me see if I can go up under Jeep offspring again and see if we can pull up one. They got a whole bunch of Jeep. Let me see. We know we got this ain't even Jeep offspring list. Ramrod Tramp. Let me pull up White Tab. Let me pull up White's tab. Damn. All right, we know White tab off Jeep. Let me see Harley. White's Harley. She have White tab and Jeep. Sugar. All right, so we off for White tab. See now this shit here crazy now. Why people make pedigrees like this? And if this pedigree is real, somebody need to explain it to me. Why they got White tab off of Champion Ranger on this one? And then everybody else know what White tab pedigree is. I had dogs off White's Irene. I had dogs over that bitch. So that's a what? Jeep dog. I had dogs off White tab. I want to say White tab bred Irene. So that's what Tab Jr. will be, right? White tab bred Irene. Yeah, I had dogs, but it wasn't White tab Jr. the one. I got them from Crossroad. Crossroad had the tight white tab in my side of town. I had this breeding right here, but it wasn't Tab Jr. White's Irene bred White's tab. Directly off Tab, directly off Irene. Same way Tab Jr. bred. Showtime says 30 too much to be feeding if you're not active in the game. I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna say this is my opinion, Showtime. You know, and you know, from the position that I stand in, it got to be answered one way. You know, because we none of us are active. You know, I can never be on national TV and say I'm active. You know, these brothers, they expect me to get up here, or they expect any brother to get up on national TV because my video will be watched by people from across the world and say they active. You know, anybody who I have on my show, we inactive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who came up here, stuff that they did in the past and the golden age, we call it the golden era. You know, but just so say we was in the golden era, right? And it's 30 dogs too many to be feeding if you're not active in the game. Nah, I'm gonna say nah. That's just my opinion though, because you know, a lot of people, like, just say Mr. Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux got to an age where he couldn't be active no more, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because he don't want to be active. The man just got the bulldog in his heart where he want a bulldog to the end, right? But the Lord allowed him to live a great life, 70, 80 years old, 90 years old. So in his case, you know, he's been inactive for a very long time. Very, very long. I wouldn't doubt if Mr. Boudreaux was inactive through the whole 90s era on up. I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I'm not saying he was, but I wouldn't doubt if he was inactive all through the 90s. Or at least through the 2000s. I would say he was inactive from 2000 on up. You know, and he has the right to be because of old age. You know, Mr. Boudreaux would have been 70 some years old at the turn of the century, at the 2000 mark. He'd have been 70 some years old. So, you know, he inactive. That ain't gonna stop nobody from buying his dogs. You know, and one thing about it, this is why I always say, see, it's a difference from being seriously active and then going inactive than never being active. You know, brother like Mr. Boudreaux, brother like Mr. Kobe, and I'm using these brothers' names because they from the golden eras back in the days. Brothers like Mr. Jim Wilson, Mr. Kobe, Mr. Boudreaux, Mr. Crenshaw, Mr. Tant, Mr. I'm not gonna say Garner, you know, because he's still selling dogs, you know, but brothers from them eras, they was active. They know how to look at certain dogs, and they know what they're looking at and what they're looking for, you know. But if you were never active at all, you know, it's a difference. And you might be just like a dog collector. You know, you was never active at all, then you don't really know what you breeding. You just going by he say, she say shit. You know, you just going by he say, she say, and pedigrees and breeding pedigrees up, and oh, I got a Rascal Jeep, or I got a Red White Jocko, a Bolio, or you just breeding like off pedigrees and shit. Because everybody, at some point in time, you'll go inactive before you, a true dog man will go inactive before he actually get all the way out the dog game. And then that'd be his next step. Oh, I'm out the dog game, man. I got these dogs, but you know, it's in me to be active, and I can't be active like I want to be because maybe I'm sick, or maybe I'm having health problems, or maybe it's just too hot and I don't want to risk being from around my family or whatever. You know, so I may keep the dog for 5 or 6, 10 more years. You know, I'm just giving an example. Being inactive, and then like, oh man, I'm about to get rid of it, man, because you know it ain't like it used to be or whatever. You know, and you know, some people, I just don't think it. You know, I just don't think it at Showtime. You know, if you can take care of them properly, I'm a big fan of. If you can take care of them properly and they looking good, then shit, it ain't too many. But like I said before, you got a lot of people out here who was never active, and you know, it kind of make it look bad, you know, on certain brothers when you ain't never active. You don't like, you just reading off pedigrees, and that's when brothers start saying, "Oh, we just going off papers, or we just going off that type of stuff." Hey, I feel you on that, Showtime. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, I didn't even understand why brothers put that shit on Facebook, man. You know, it beats me, man. That shit beats me. And then you wonder why you selling a puppy to somebody off some of this stuff. Them folk come arrest you and say you selling dogs for fight. Y'all act like these folks stupid, man. These folks be on Facebook all the time in all these groups, and they telling you to their face that they're getting you from the groups. I'm giving you the videos when these folks say, "Oh, we bust there's in this Facebook group talking about this and talking about that," and I give you the video. Then you turn right back around, get on Facebook, and talk about the same shit that you heard the last man got. I just gave you the two brothers from Statesville, North Carolina. They say one brother was in a wheelchair, one brother 19 years old. Talking about these damn dogs in these damn groups. And that's exactly what the damn news thing say. I didn't say that. The other news company that I got my news from said that they was talking about dog fighting in these groups. I tell you, man, when you're doing mob activities, you got to keep that shit to yourself. Tell your little crew or whatever, but don't bring it to social media. Now, if I would, I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I got the right to talk about that dog because I seen the whole fucking social media talking about it fucking damn 3 or 4 days ago. So, you know what I would have said, Showtime? Shit, I got it off Facebook. They can kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to talk about it? Keep the motherfucker off Facebook. That's what I could have said. But I got more integrity for the dog game. And I'm trying to tell brothers to get their shit right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it ain't my place to talk about that dog. You know? It ain't my place, man. Me myself, I much rather hear a story about these old school brothers from the 90s that had the dogs off Buck, had the dogs off 357, had the dogs off Your Shit Showtime back in the 90s or the 80s. You know, I like to hear them stories, man. That's the shit that be amazing me when I hear the brothers that come up that Mr. Boudreaux Yardman or Mr. Garner Yardman from way back in the days, or one of these brothers that was Yardman for Mike Wild, or one of these brothers, or you know, I like to hear that type of shit, dog. All that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It ain't my business, man. Then these brothers, they be get mad as hell. But like I said, the shit shouldn't even have been on Facebook. Yep, you ain't lying about that, Vance. You ain't lying about that. And now, back in our days, man, it was a blue ticket for a dog fight. Yeah, they talking about RICO and all kind of stuff now. Racketeering, organized crime. You know, they don't take it serious until it happens, till it kick off. Oh, the dog man that rushed the yard, took all your dogs. And then you're wondering why. Want to point fingers. No, you need to point fingers at the motherfuckers that came on Facebook talking all your damn business. You know what? I try to talk about a dog that I heard named Buck from the 90s, Showtime. I heard it was a dog from the 90s named that. And I tried to talk about it one time. You know what them brothers told me? They got out in the chat acting like they couldn't comprehend. Talk about, man, they couldn't catch on, dog. They just couldn't catch on. I say these motherfuckers too stupid. You know? Too damn stupid. But I know one thing. They ran the Telegram, WhatsApp, and the Facebook with it. So you can bet your bottom dollar. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to talk about it. You know, because I don't wish nothing bad on no brother out there. But you can bet your bottom dollar when they ran the Facebook with it, there's a whole lot more other folk know about it now. Yeah, man, that's how you know. That's how you know there's so many people in the dog game that never really bulldog, man. Man, like I said, them type of dogs come, man, them shits everywhere. These boys act like that's the only damn bulldog in the country. No, just the only one that y'all know about that motherfuckers give y'all, and y'all running and talking all kind of shit on social media with it. I wouldn't doubt it, Showtime. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I wouldn't doubt if it was live stream. These brothers, these days, they pulling out them cell phones and they recording. I done seen them pull out the damn cell phones and start recording. You know? My days, them old schoolers tell you, leave that motherfucker at the car. For one, in my days, we didn't have these damn smartphones like this. You know? And the two, they tell you leave them at the damn car. Don't even bring your fucking phone. Leave that bitch. You don't need no damn phone where you going at. Nobody ain't gonna hurt you. Leave that shit in the damn car. You know? These boys now, they believe in that live streaming and all that, and they want to have, man, listen here, man. Now you that live stream, and the person who recorded on their phone, they got arrested for some drugs or something. Now they got it in their phone. Now all y'all about to go to prison eventually. I'm just saying that's how it go down. Some brothers over here one time, they did some type of robbery shit, right? And this has happened a while ago. They did some type of robbery shit, and they ran from the police in the car, you know, whatever, ran down a dirt road, and dropped their phone. And guess what their phone had in it? Oh, man, some dog fights. Yep, and they got their ass arrested for dog fighting. That's just how it go down, man. You don't record that shit, dog. If your brain can't remember how it looked, get off them damn whack-ass drugs y'all motherfuckers on. All that fentanyl and all that other shit. You know? If you can't get up and describe a vivid story to a brother who wasn't there, oh, man, it went down like this or went down like that or whatever, man, you shouldn't have been there your damn self. Hell yeah, man. That's how it was in our day, Showtime. You got to leave them phones, man. Gotta leave them phones. And we ain't even have phones, like I said, that you can record video on. Them folk, they want no phones in your pocket because they ain't used to have something in your pocket that you don't need. You want to bring your little weed and smoke that? They don't care. They want you to get high and them ass bet and see shit the wrong and betting all your money out your pocket or whatever. They say a fool and his money are part ways. You know? So they ain't worried about you smoking and doing your little drugs or whatever. They want you to do that. That get you the ass betting and get you, not ass betting, but get you to betting all your paper in your pocket. I tell you, small time, they gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Oh yeah, they record a show time to time. They record a show time to time, but for the most part, shit, they wasn't recording. And when they record them back in the days, they was going on a VCR tape. That ain't something you walk around with on a daily basis. You ain't walk around with you walk around with that cell phone in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? And when them videotapes, them VCR tapes is something different. And still, that only happened to certain people. Because if they would have been recording everybody's shows, we'd have had a whole lot more dog shows to see from back in the 90s. And we ain't got shit to see. Little tornado here and there, a little bit of barracuda on this right, a little Luke Kane on this right here, a little bit of this dog on this right here. Spots, you know what I'm saying? Little spot stuff. Oh yeah, Vance. And like you say, if you would have got jammed up in the damn shit back in the days, man, it wouldn't nothing would have happened compared to what's gonna happen now. You know. So that's why, you know, even if brothers did it, I can expect if you go to a big time breeder house way back in the 90s, you know, mid 90s, late 80s or something, I can expect if you go into a well-known dog man house that say he got a farm or something and there's 100 people there, I could understand if they recording something back then. You know, if the man who owned the property recording, or he the one know who recording, I can understand that in them days because it was only a blue ticket. But these phones, shit, that's a different ball game, buddy. These shits upload to iCloud and all that type of stuff. Man, these folk get a search warrant for your phone and get the stuff that you deleted out your phone, out that phone. And then for the most part, Vance, these brothers be recording stuff that ain't even really dog man. They just standing around the box betting a couple dollars on it. Ain't even really dog man, so they don't really know the punishment, or not necessarily the punishment, but the risk to having all that shit in your persons. You know? He ain't even signed the dude up. He just got caught with the damn phone. They got the dude in the phone, and now they go rush the dude's house and get bricks of cocaine, bricks and bricks of cocaine, bust his damn house and take him down just off of the phone that he was standing around in the dog fight. And his other brother got pulled over for driving with no license. They took his damn phone and went in his phone. But me, myself, I was never at one of the ones where they did the recording that. They always told me to leave my phone in the car. You know? Now, Papa Rico in the building. But Papa Rico, I don't know where you say small time, think small at for the stuff that he said that I was reading it on the chat. Everything he was saying was pretty accurate. Nobody should know about that shit in modern day time. Nobody should know about something that anybody doing in modern day time unless it's word of mouth. When you start bringing that shit to social media, that's exactly why these brothers in trouble with their raps. They're rapping about people that they shot yesterday day. Rapping about people that they spin the block on. Spin the block, and you really spent the block, and now your ass got a damn indictment because you confessing on a fucking rap tape about what you done did. See, our rappers nowadays, they just talked about, they talked about doing this and talked about doing that, but they ain't, none of them motherfuckers from our days that were rapping from the 90s or the early 2000s told how they spent the block on this brother right here and smoking this pack and talking, man. It's a different era, dog. These brothers brag about the wrong shit in this era. Same way with the dogs. They brag about the wrong stuff. Now by the time you try to go breed this motherfucker, you sell that shit to the wrong person. And they're gonna tell you how much you was bragging about how much fighting they were doing on social media. You're bragging about how much fighting they're doing, and now you can't even sell your fucking puppies like you want to. Because you do know selling, transporting, buying, owning, knowingly owning, all that can get you locked up for the same fucking thing, dog fighting. Yes, sir, Ken Lightning. They don't understand that if they're doing anything illegal, you're supposed to be quiet as a church mouse. Like Ken Lightning say. You're supposed to be. But that's like doing a crime and nobody know you did it. You just don't want to be good with getting away with it. You want to have bragging rights. You want to go tell this person that you did it, tell that person that you did it, tell that person that you did it. Now your ass in jail. Instead of just shut your mouth up and keep stepping. And keep stepping and doing something else. Cuba Lynn Johnson, what's going on? Appreciate y'all brothers dropping in tonight, man. Appreciate y'all dropping in tonight. The topic was who was the best producer, Jeep or Grand Champion Yellow? Who we gotta call one of the out of them two dogs? We're gonna say one of them is the best producing between the top 3 best producing dogs ever in this American Pitbull Terrier game. Now, that's not totally facts because we don't really know which dogs was producing good outside of our era, like the 70s and 60s. We don't know how them dogs was really producing. They weren't promoted the way these dogs were promoted in the 90s. So we really don't know which dogs was producing the best, but we just talking about going off of the rum list and going off of what brothers like, brothers' opinion of the dogs they like. You know, I think Yellow is the best because, you know, so many brothers think high on the Mayday stuff, and that's just a chip of the iceberg when you talk about Yellow production. You know, I told you when he came, he made a difference in the dog game. He made a change in the dog game. You couldn't just bring them little damn itty bitty Eli dogs that barely making 42 pounds against them Yellow dogs, because them dogs be 50 some pounds. The brothers bring them down to 42, and they long and rangy, and they big, and they still strong at 42, and they a whole lot bigger than your dog. I make your dog weight, and my dog bigger than your dog. See, maybe them was catch weight and all that shit, and they might be did some high 50s, but some of them Yellow dogs was 51, 50, 49, but they had big frames. Baddest Red Boy Jocko dog ever, in my opinion, Vance. I mean, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna say Yellow, man, because of his production, not performance-wise. Now, if you ask me the baddest Red Boy Jocko performing dog, you know, shit, I'm gonna have to go in the archives, dog. You gotta give me a few minutes to think about that. I'm gonna say Grand Champion Rodney was one of the best ones performing. You know, brothers will say Grand Champion Rodney was a hell of a dog when it come to that. I like the Rodney stuff. They say Yellow, you know, when I talk to brothers that seen Yellow go, he say he wasn't nothing spectacular, but he did enough to get the job done. That kind of tells me that Yellow may have been a lay down dog as well. A lot of them lay down dogs will come out, test the waters, see what your dog doing, and they'll linger around, and then they'll come back at the end and take the show over. And they don't get a chance. They don't get a 5 minutes of winning. They only had 5 minutes of winning, and they laid around the whole time, went a whole hour, but they only controlled it 5 minutes. Laid from the bottom here and there, came back up, shook a leg here and there, shook a rear end here and there, but went back to the lay down position. Resting it and just resting. Holding on to the mouth and resting. Or holding on to the neck area and resting. But most time when a dog laying down, he ain't not gonna hold on to the neck from. Sometimes they hold the neck from the bottom, but that's a good area. If you hold the neck from the bottom, you're gonna get your face chewed up. Like I had one that went in Sambo chest that was off of Fatty and Tom Garner dog. Fatty and Frisco female. Went in the Sambo chest, and he crushed his damn face up. Crushed it. Eyeballs was hanging out. He just digged in the chest. He stayed in the chest, and Bo backpedal and chewed him in the muzzle. Okay, Showtime say Yellow deadlift, John Boy, Rodney, Boots, 4 hours, 52 minutes. Big John, yep, the list goes on. I don't know who the baddest Jeep dog, man, but I think that Ramrod dog is one of them. I think he one of them. That brother say Floyd earlier. He said Floyd was a good one. Toe Jam wasn't a roller. They only rolled Toe Jam on the yard, as far as I know of the damn the testing to make sure he was doing something. Every time I used to ask him about Toe Jam, they will never talk about rolling him. He ain't rolling that. They just breeding him. So he was just a stud on the yard. The same way the Crossroad Pee Wee dog that came directly off Mayday. He was just a stud on the yard. They ain't never rolled him. But Toe Jam will go down as one of the top yellow dogs from his production wise. But it's a lot of Toe Jam ain't as famous as some of them other dogs is because I guess they died off and the dogs got slim to none out there. But I told y'all before, all that shit happened with Toe Jam because Eric got out the game early. He got out the game early because he killed his kennel, his damn yard man dogs. His yard man owed him that money. He killed all his dogs, and his yard man called the police on him. And the damn people landed a helicopter in his damn backyard and found out he was growing that weed in the damn barn. They took about 50-some guns from Crossroad, but the guns was legal though. And it got him for growing marijuana. After that happened, he started having girl problems with his old lady. Y'all remember Dana? You remember Dana? Yep. He started having girl problems with her. And you know how it go. Shit, he started trying to sell out. So that was pretty much the damn... Eric was the promoter of that Toe Jam shit. He would have had Toe Jam out there heavy. He would have never sold Fatty to them brothers that bought him in California now. The Team George is saying they got the stuff, but he would have never sold Fatty. He would have been still breeding all his dogs. And like I said, he had multiple bloodlines on his yard. So he breeding the Jeep stuff. He breeding the Rascal stuff, the Red Boy Jocko stuff, the Eli stuff. He had Eli dogs as well. Yeah, it can be a Jeep Red Boy Vance as long as it's coming directly off Jeep. The Luger dog, you said? What is it, Champion Luger? That ain't the right one. That ain't the right one. I had to get the right Luger dog, bro. I ain't sure which one it is. Let me see if I can pull up Jeep pedigree and pull up Luger off that. Yeah, he ain't on that one. Check another one out. See if he up there. Maybe he on this one. This a boatload of stuff right here. So maybe he on this one, Vance. If you see him before I do, let me know. I don't see him right this second. I heard of a Luger dog, though. I'm not sure if that's the same one. That damn Jeep been breeding, boy. Yeah, I don't see it, man. If you know who Kennel had it, I'll put it up. If you I'll pull it up if you know who Kennel had it. I just don't know who Kennel go in the front. Oh, he not off Jeep. He said, okay, okay. Showtime say Travis the best Jeep Red Boy Jocko cross in his opinion. Terrence Travis. Boom, 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 boom. See, Tant had the damn recipe now. Tant had the recipe. Tant, you see, he had his Jocko stuff. He had his Jeep stuff. So that was yellow bread to a daughter of Jeep. Now I bet you this bitch right here was sick, boy. This bitch right here was sick. Jeep daughter bred to Grand Champion Yellow. And matter of fact, not just Jeep daughter bred to Yellow, but Jeep bred to his little mate sister, which made Crystal, Garrett's Crystal, and that bred to Yellow. So I knew them shits was sick, boy. And that's who Travis coming off of. Bred that back to Yellow. Yeah, I know them shits, they was damn hardcore, boy. And just my opinion, Travis looked kind of like more like a Jeep dog than the damn Yellow shit. Can't like they say that Jeep Red Boy Rascal combination, Red Boy Jocko, Red Boy Rascal, Red Boy Jocko combination is the best. Hey, them brothers be always trying to achieve it, Ken Lightning. You always hear them throw a little bit of Rascal, Red Boy Jeep in there, or Red Boy Jocko, Rascal, Jeep in there. Yeah, I gotta get a Showtime. I gotta get a brother up here with me that really hit that know them termite dogs heavy and know how to Vance was giving me some good information about some of the termite dogs or whatever. But yeah, I gotta get somebody that ran them termite dogs back in the days. That can kind of give me some good stories, some of them termite stuff, some of that termite stuff. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Carolina Kennels termite. Yeah, there's a lot of great dogs that was up under here. Now, if you got a brother who line bred the termite stuff since back in the days, and he didn't go out too many times, maybe 1 or 2 times here and there to keep his shit, pretty decent, structurally wise. But if he line bred that termite stuff, then he got some of the heaviest Jocko dogs around. Well, it got Red Boy in it as well, but you call them Jocko Red Boy dogs. And on the top, he'll be 25% red boy in this sassy me dog. Well, 50% red boy. No, that'd be 25% in the sassy me dog. 25% in the sassy me dog coming off Red Boy Jr. Dangerous Dan gonna be 50% Jocko and even less Red Boy. Dangerous Dan gonna have even less Red Boy than Sassy Me got in him. But Termite himself gonna have a good bit of Red Boy because of how the Kirby's Faith dog and the Sassy Mead on the bottom. Yeah, Termite dog, man, I think he don't get represent properly, as proper, you know, as he should get. This one of my old Walk 'em Out dogs coming off of Jocko and Rose. That's one of my old ones right there. Not old, but older dogs than the ones I got now. Yeah, I'd love to see some. If y'all know a dog that Carolina Kennels bred to the Jeep, got Termite on top and Jeep on the bottom, let me know the name so I can pull it up. It's too many dang old dogs for me to just click on one and I don't really know which ones was bred that way. Let's look at the Gabriel dog. Nope. Ken Lightning said modern kennels rarely run a distinct termite bloodline because the genetics were completely absorbed into the other major lines. Hey, that could be what it is, Ken Lightning. Could be what it is, bro. Pro Stops Morocco. Showtime say Pro Stops Morocco. Life of Mellow. Salute back to you, big dog. Hey, Showtime, is it Pro Stop or Pro Stocks? Like the stock of a barrel, stock of a gun. Because Pro Stocks is coming up with Pro Stop. Let me make it one word and see if that come up. Pit stop, pit stop. Is it pit stop? It ain't pit stop. I don't see Pro Stops. Pro Line. Let me just type in Morocco, see what come up. Pro Sets, Morocco. That's got a termite in it. Red Boy Jocko. Red Boy Jocko. Got your Jeep in it. And your termite. Now this dog right here, if we look at how this dog bred, you can say he got more Jocko in him than he got Red Boy. But then this George's Dancer dog at the bottom bought in more Red Boy. That brought the percentage of the Red Boy back up. This whole bottom four dogs in this fourth generation. Oh, let's see this Red Ace dog, Melon's Red Ace. Yeah, them four dogs at the very bottom brought the Red Boy percentage up. This Red Ace dog, Carolina Kennels Dallas was a Red Boy dog. So that kind of evened that termite Jocko stuff up, because he about a 75% Jocko, like you said, with a 25 Red Boy. But this Carolina Kennels Dallas dog made it go back up to 50-50, which this dog Wilma would have been about a 50-50. And then they're going into more Red Boy Jocko stuff with the Jeep in it. Champion Cash. Champion Cash. Hardway Kennels Cash. Doo. That's the Cash you talking about, Showtime? Scooter's Emmett, dog. That's Boils. That's a Boils dog, and Boils. Dirty Mary at the very bottom as well. It's Rising Sparky. That's a Boils dog. Cherokee Chief, Black Tasmania. Nah, I ain't got Cherokee Chief. They got yeah, dude got Cherokee Chief right now. The Orla dog, Orla Jr. Bunch of Boils and that. Tance Buddy. That's your Red Boy Jocko. Got about a quarter of that Red Boy Jocko in it. Got Garner's Kirby. Garner's Kirby is Chinaman, dog. Frisco. So this top half, I think, is Boils dogs. Let me see about this Bullet dog right here. That's Cruz Rocky of Cruz Rocky Red Boy Jocko stuff. More of that Cruz Rocky stuff right there. Coleman's Camera. Coleman's Bullet. Coleman's Camera right here as well. So you got a little bit of Chinaman in here. Every time you see that Coleman's Bullet, dog, you know that's a Red Boy Jocko. That's the same stuff on the bottom. That's your Red Boy Jocko. Then you got your boil stuff up here. Let me see what this Floyd's Trixie's dog coming down off of. That's your Indian Bolio boils as well. That's a tight bred dog there. I mean, I'm gonna say tight bred. The dog what it got in there. Boils, Red Boy Jocko, Chinaman. He bred good, I tell you that. That Cruise Rocky stuff in there, I like that. Oh, you say cash off of Burn Zeke. All right. Burn Zeke. All right. There goes Zeke right there off of Stumpy and Gaines Jr.'s daughter. I already like how that pair look. They ain't got the offspring. They ain't got cash down there though. Termite, pit stop red in there. I like how that Zeke dog bred. Burn Stumpy the Gaines Jr. daughter. Or Gaines Jr. rather, not Junior. I think I think Yellow's better producer than Jeep. I'm just that I ain't being biased. I'm just going off of longevity, but a lot of the longevity I can't really say is accurate because of dog seizures and dogs getting taken and how things has happened over the past 20 some years. But I just feel like Yellow was a better producer. But some of the Jeep dogs that I had that was directly off Jeep, like I said, it's a different dog than you get nowadays. You get a Jeep dog. When I mean different, I mean the size was different that I had. Like the ones I was telling y'all about last time off a Low Country Spur and the jeans lug stuff and them Jeep dogs, man, them dogs and that Jaguar dog that Crossroad had, that bitch, she was a hell of a producing bitch too. I'm gonna say it's a toss up, man. I can't really say Yellow was the best, but I'm gonna say it like this though. You wouldn't go wrong with either dog. I just think the yellow stuff been preserved better than the Jeep stuff over 40 years. Over how long it been? 40 going on 30 some years. I don't think they preserve the Jeep as much as they preserve the Yellow. Just with Mayday alone, there's one of the Yellow sons. And then you ain't got to all the rest of the other ones. Yeah. Yeah. I say it's Yellow, man, but that's just my opinion. But I had some badass Jeep dogs that'll run through some of the Yellow stuff. I'm just talking about as far as relevant today, what you can rely on today, what's been preserved the best. I'm just gonna have to go with Yellow. And the dogs that was back in them days that came off of Yellow, them dogs was hellified, man. If you take five of Jeep offspring and put them 5 of his best offspring from Jeep and put them in a rodeo show against 5 of yellow best offspring. You know, we talking about Rodney. We take Rodney. We take Mayday. We take Big John. And I'm just gonna call out 5. We take Rodney, Mayday, Big John. Let me see. Who else? Harco's, Bozak, and let me get some of yellow offspring real quick. I might not use Bozak. Where the hell the pedigrees for Grand Champion Yellow? That's the only one. Where the rest of them at? Let me go to Yellow John, man. Maybe I can find different yellow pedigrees off Yellow John offspring list. Grand Champion Yellow. Damn, I ain't got but one off that one. Grch Yellow. Grch Yellow right there. All right. I'll take Mayday, Big John, Grand Champion Rodney, Havana Boys Rodney. I'll take that's 3. I'll take Harco's Bozak, like I said, that's 4. And that's gonna have my rascal in it when I'm dealing with the Bozak though. And I'm talking about male dogs, I guess. And I guess we gotta say deadlift, right? Or deadlift ain't off yellow, he off the other dog. I have to take Red Devil. Fuck it. I can take Burns Stumpy. I can take Stumpy, Big John, Grand Champion Yellow, Big John, Burns Stumpy, Mayday, Grand Champion Rodney, and Harco's Bozak. And what 5 Jeep dogs you got that's gonna produce like them dogs? White Tab. Who else? Let me pull up the Punk pedigree. Grand Champion Punk. Excuse me. So we yellow right there, yellow. Half brother and sister bred each other, which is triple-A Tance Casey. I had something off Tance Casey stuff. So it's a half brother to half brother. Of the Rahul Yellow John, which is sassy. I mean, hey, Showtime, I really can't say nothing bad about the way he bred, man. I really can't say nothing bad about it. Triple A. You know, he bred just as good as any of the other ones. Grand Champion Samson. Vance said, look up Rebel Kennels Grand Champion Samson. Let me just look up Rebel Samson, see if that come up. That's going to be a Jeep Rascal. Jeep Rascal. So that's another dog honey bunch bred to Irish J's Trim Moody. That gave us this Wheats Bully dog, Bully Bob. That's a honey bunch and Irish Jerry dog right there. So they got a whole bunch of honey bunch stuff in this pedigree. Five-timer. Magnolia, what's going on, big dog? Now let me go to the Jeep. Let me go to the Jeep, and we're going to pull up the 5 baddest Jeep stuff. I say the 5 Red Boy Jockos that I would take will be Mayday, Big John, Grand Champion Rodney, Burns Stumpy, and was it Bozak? Hardcore's Bozak? See, this ain't got all the dang on things on it. This ain't got all the dogs up there. I gotta find. It's gonna take me. I gotta find the damn dogs. You know how it go when they got 2 or 3 Jeeps up there. All right, we're gonna take off top. We're gonna take Ramrod. We're gonna take the Ramrod dog. We're gonna have to take White Tab for breeding purposes. Well, them 2 brothers are the same litter. The Tramp dog I was talking about, 4-timer. We're gonna take White Tab. Grand Champion Sandman. Wood and Jones Sandman. 5-time winner. So we're going Sandman, White Tab, Ramrod Tramp. That's 3. Probably have to go with that Champion Turtle dog. No, you got Grand Champion Cheyenne. That's a Grand Champion 5-timer. That's a female? That's a female. Tab, Ramrod Tramp. Champion Turtle. Long's Weirdo. Tramp. White Tail, Turtle, White Tail, Weirdo, Ramrod, Tramp. That's 4. I need one more. Now, it's a bunch of champions up here, but you know, y'all brothers probably know which ones will be the best champions off of Jeep. Showtime say a lot of people rather have Jeep's mother heavy in their ped than Jeep. That's a true statement. A lot of people would rather have Honey Bunch, you know, but Honey Bunch, would you say Honey Bunch produced more dogs than Jeep? Better dogs than Jeep? Or did Jeep give Honey Bunch her reputation when it comes to producing? Because Jeep could be the reason that everybody think Honey Bunch is such a bad producer because of Jeep and his production status. So I got Turtle, Ramrod, Tramp, White Tail, Long's Weirdo, and that Floyd dog, the Floyd. Garrett's Floyd, White Tail, Long's Weirdo, Champion Turtle, and Ramrod Tramp. And then we talking about Big John, Mayday, Rodney, Grand Champion Rodney, Bozak, and Burn Stumpy. You taking 1-5 and you're gonna start your yard with it, or you can take the other 5 and start your yard with it. We ain't gonna say going like in a match or nothing, because them dogs different sizes. You take one group of 5, start your yard. How would you end in 20 years? How would your yard look compared to the other 5 in 20 years? You're probably gonna have badass dogs on both sides, though. Tell you the truth, though, man. Hey, like Sab say, Showtime, like Sab say now, the Jeep is badass because of Bo. Because Honey Bunch did produce, I mean, she did have other puppies, but none of them was this caliber of Jeep. Sab say he taking Jeep, the Jeep dogs. Ramrod Tramp, White Tab, Long's Weirdo, the Champion Turtle, and the other dog I called out just now. I forgot which one it was. Oh, the Floyd dog. K-Walk, what's going on? You know, just by being biased, like Vance say, just by being biased, I'm gonna take the 5 Red Boy Jocko dogs. Rodney, Grand Champion Rodney. I might let Rodney go and kill the whole damn yard over there. Everything over there that we call from Jeep. Weirdo, Tab. Get on Tab ass and take him out. He can't produce shit. Tab, get hold of old Tramp over there. That damn Rodney boy, we won't even have to let go Mayday and Big John. We just breed all them. We send old Rodney over there. Burn Stumpy and Hardcore's Bozak. And truthfully, I like the Toe Jam dogs better than I like the Bozak dogs. You know, I'm just picking Bozak because he was a champion or whatever, and a pretty good breeding dog. But I like the Toe Jam dogs better than Bozak. I can really substitute Bozak for the Toe Jam. But Toe Jam was just a breeder. You know, them dogs get over there and get on his ass. When them Jeep dogs get on his ass, and he'll be damn finished. But in 20 years, I don't think you'll go wrong with neither 5 set. Neither of the 5, man. If you breeding right, or just breeding, you just line breeding in general, off either 5, or the Jeep 5 or the Red Boy Jocko 5. Man, Jeep be looking different ways in different pictures, man. This picture right here got Jeep making him look kind of small. And then you'll see another picture of Jeep and he look kind of big. Now, even in this picture right here, Jeep look like a red nose. In this picture, he looked like a red nose, man. That don't look like a black nose dog with a black muzzle. This might not even be the same damn picture, man. And Crenshaw known to switch some shit up. That damn blackjack dog, they say all Big Casey. So Crenshaw, he known to switch something up now. But this don't look like the same picture that other picture with big buckskin dog with a black face. But you know, it could be the same picture. That little red tint, that little brown, you know, the way the black and white look, make it look a little different. All right, now we doing performance only. I'm gonna pick Grand Champion Rodney, Grand Champion Mayday, Grand Champion Big John. Champion Big John. Let me see. I got Rodney, Mayday, Big John, Champion Bozak, Grand Champion Bozak or Champion Bozak. Which one is it? One of them. All right, and then I ain't gonna pick Burn Stumpy on that one. I'm gonna go find another one of them yellow dogs. Straight off of yellow. I can't pick JR Gainey. Gainey's JR, because that's his brother. I'll give y'all a handicap on this one. We'll take them 4. Rodney, Big John, Mayday, and damn the Bozak dog. We'll take a handicap. And then you're talking performance. What Jeep dog's gonna perform like them 4 dogs right there? We got Ramrod was a 4-timer. Ramrod Tramp. Yeah, man, that picture kind of crazy to me, man. Let me pull up another Jeep picture. I ain't gonna lie to you, that picture there kind of crazy. Cause you got that picture, then you got this picture. Now, damn, that dog there kind of look like it got a different structure than the picture we just looked at. Look at them 2 pictures, man. They look like 2 different dogs. And this dog look like a red nose. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because of the color. But shit, look at this dog. Now let's look at the other picture. Crenshaw might be had about 4 damn Jeeps, man. We sitting there bullshitting. That bootleg shit been deep back in the days. Let me pull out the last one. There's one more I'm trying to find. Now here go one. Man, that damn Jeep is a dog of many faces. That's all I'm gonna call him. A dog of many faces. That motherfucker look different ways every time you look at him. And that ain't even the picture I'm talking about right there. Cause this one, if his nose, see how black his nose look? And that don't look like the same damn dog, man. Nose wise, I know it's black and white, but it still don't look Like it's that dark compared to that one we just looked at. And they got another one where he got a more black muzzle. Trying to pull it up, but it ain't coming up. I don't see it. Maybe. It ain't that one. There's another picture I'm trying to find a Jeep, man. That buckskin picture. You know which one I'm talking about. They ain't got it up here. All the ones they got, we looked at already. It's the picture that Jeep look like he kind of fat. Let me go to Honey Bunch and see if I can pull it up from that. Maybe it's Garrett's Jeep. Hell, look at him on that picture. But that ain't even the one I'm talking about. Fuck it. If they did do something, hell, there ain't no telling. You see, all of them did some bootleg. Every one of them old schoolers. White Tab, they say Tab was dead and he was still breathing damn Tab Jr. I ain't gonna talk about who we caught lately trying to breed that shit and they ain't had it. I ain't gonna talk about that. Them old schoolers don't want to let go, boy, when them studs die. They keep on breeding. They ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know. They just gonna buy a puppy. Oh yeah, Trevor Lady, you're 100% right, dog. Angles and lighting can make a big difference. You're right. You're right about that. You're right about that. Angles, lighting, how much your dog might be 5 pounds different in weight on this picture. This might be a show picture when he about to go to a show. You know what I'm saying? Sabs Bam Bam. Sabs say pull up Bam Bam. I might start doing a cash giveaway, man. I might start down pulling up pictures and see if a brother can guess the bloodline. And you gotta be, you ain't might not gonna be 100% correct, but you gotta be at least about 80-some% correct. Like, did we just look at this dog right here? And just, we have a random person I pull up, and you tell me what bloodline that is. For $100, tell me what bloodline that is. And you ain't gotta be, like I said, 100% correct, but you gotta be somewhat, a little more than it, just searching the right direction. You know, I'm going to guess, I didn't even look at the pedigree just now, brother. But I'm going to guess, just looking at it, there's some Jeep in there. I think some Jeep in there. It ain't no niggerino or nothing like that. It don't look like none of that type of stuff. It's some Jeep, maybe some Red Boy Jocko. But it's definitely some Jeep in there. Maybe some Red Boy. Jeep Red Boy. I'm going to say Jeep Red Boy with a little bit of Red Boy Jocko. Let me see. No, we got the Invictica. Damn. De La Cruz Ivory. That's your Red Boy. Okay, we got Red Boy right there now. We got a Red Boy. A whole lot of it too. So I'll get the pass on the Red Boy on that one. On the De La Cruz, dog. But we got that Garner's Clyde, and that's going to be down. That's going to be your Chinaman stuff. I would have been totally off on that one. Then you got White Tab, so that's your Red Boy Jeep. See what this horse man coming off of. That's your Hall Spike, Cardino stuff. Yeah, I would have been off on that. I wouldn't have won no money. Yeah, but I might start doing that, man. Put a prize up for, and just choose one person. You know, just a random person to come up and pick a picture. Call that bloodline that you see. Hopefully you don't know the dog already. Invictica. Bolio, got your Bolio stuff. A lot of Bolio boomerang back there. See, I like the way this dog here look. I like her markings on him. That's why I say that Bolio stuff. That Bolio stuff got them Willow Peak markers, the genetics wise. But I like that. And we're looking at Salves Bam Bam. Got your white tab right there, Imperials and Victor 2. So we got a lot of that in there. Let's see what this Hall's Pretty Boy coming off of. Now, just looking. Oh, I was about to say he had blue eyes. I thought he had blue eyes. He ain't got blue eyes. That's your Cardina stuff. Cardinas, Morphin, Cardina Shorty stuff. We talked about that. Hall, Shorty Pearl, Grand Champion Hall Spike, Maloney stuff right there. Carlos, let's see what the Carlos dog coming off. That's the Eli stuff. Eli. Yeah. Hey, that's a good looking dog now. I'm trying to see where the ears come from. I think the ears come from probably the Bolio. Probably them Invictica type dogs. Let me see. No, that's a different setup right there. I like them ear settings right there though. I like them. Let me see how his daddy look. No picture of his daddy. See if his mammy got a picture. No picture of that one. State Property is Nature Boy. Can't really see how his ears is. That's that damn light color white though. That's that light color white coming from that white tab stuff. Light color cream to look almost white. I told you I done kicked two of these dogs here ass back in my days. Two Al's brutes coming directly off brute. That's why I don't like the brute stuff. Not talking about your dog, bro. I'm just talking about that's why I don't like the brute stuff. I kicked two of them motherfuckers ass. But that don't mean shit at all. That's a good looking dog right there though. Good tight skin. I like how that Joker's skin look. Look pretty good, man. Yes, sir, man. That's a nice one. That's a nice one old Sal got there. The nice one Sal got there. Yes, sir, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all boys rocking with the bay tonight, man. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. Keep them cell phones in the car. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Is what it is. Salute to the brother Rodney that came up in the building when I'm about to close it down, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. Big shout out to the brothers with the great bulldogs across the country from the back in the days to 2026. Big salute to the Zeus dog. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. Y'all brothers have a safe night. Y'all stay legal out there. Do the right things with these dogs so you can preserve the breed the right way. We can talk about them for another 20 more years. Then we can hold a pretty good conversation about some of them dogs that y'all brothers mentioned in the chat. Then, you know, y'all stay safe out there, man. PBK9s on the PBC, hardcore scratcher. Never, you late, but hey, it's all good, big dog. All good. Yes, sir, man. Salute to my brother Vance in the building, holding me down like he always do. Vance, I can't find my homeboy. I can't be fucking with Vance, man. Vance running my folk off, man. The man, I ain't see that man since then, Vance, man. Damn, man. I gotta find my dog, man. That's my dog. I gotta find him, man. Big dog, I told you, man, we just want to find you, fam. You said you was going back to work. I hope you ain't lost your job and all that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? You ain't tell us nothing else. We ain't see you no more, fam. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my brothers, man. My brother that we can't find, big shout out to him as well. It's all dog talk. I started this show talking cash cold shit to them Eli brothers. Salute to all y'all Eli brothers out there, man. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep breeding y'all dogs how y'all breed them. Don't give a damn what I say. You know? Don't care about what I say. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. You know? Stay safe again. Stay legal out there.